This is what will start your progression in life. Looking inside and seeing what am I doing that's harming my own chances of success, of just like general things like, you know, social worth and stuff. Like, what am I doing? What what is self-inflicted that is causing me to be unsuccessful in whatever I pursue? Because at the end of the day, there's two factors. There's the factors that you can change, and then there's the factors that you can't change. If you can't change something, there's no point in thinking about it, right? You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. So don't waste your time thinking about it. Now, the things that you actually can change, you should think about and you should change. Now, what a lot of people basically do is they only focus on what is out of their control and they completely ignore what is actually in their control. And this is basically like just throwing the blame on someone else, everyone except yourself. And this is a part of like the victim mindset. Everything is happening to me. Like everything, it's this idea that life is happening to me. Instead, change that, flip that, and say, I control my life. My life is happening because I'm allowing it to happen. And once you adopt this mindset, you'll realize you have a lot more control over your life than you actually realize. When you take control of your mental health, right, you actually, have control of your actions. Most people don't have control of their actions. They are slaves to their emotions. And when you're a slave to your emotion, if you don't feel like doing something, you don't do it, right? And that's where discipline comes in. I have a lot of people where I tell them like, yo, come to the gym with me. And they're like, nah, like they're like, I should, I know I should go to the gym, but I just don't have motivation. And I'm like, what, why do you need motivation? Like, you just gotta go, And I feel like a lot of people that go to the gym, especially my age, like high schoolers, because I'm in high school, just like go to the gym without really like having an end goal in mind too, and just kind of just like not really taking it seriously. And then with and like they're not really doing much. They're not researching their workouts and everything. And then they're like, "Oh, I got bad genetics, bro. Like, I'm brown, not amazing muscle building genetics." But at the end of the day, I know that if I put in the work, if I'm going to the gym consistently, pretty much every single day, if I'm eating every day, eating enough to my calories, that's my biggest problem, not eating enough calories. I know if I do those two things, I will get big. And I know because I have a brother and he's big and he was also extremely skinny like me, but he was able to bulk up and now he's pretty big. So there's proof that it's possible, for me at least. And like in most cases, like even if you're brown and you probably have terrible muscle building genetics, it's still possible to get big. It's just gonna be harder. But just because it's harder, it doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Right? Like, you can make all these excuses, but at the end of the day, the people that don't make excuses will have results. Another topic that comes to mind when it comes to like self-inflicted like suffering is social skills for me. So I spent most of my life thinking I was an introvert. Being an introvert basically means you get drained from social situations. So I've been told I'm an introvert for my entire life, But whenever I heard that definition, I didn't really relate to it. I liked being around people, but I just didn't know how to talk to people, so I just spent more time alone. I spent time alone by myself, doing like playing video games and watching YouTube, because I didn't have friends, not because I didn't want to spend that time with other people. And the reason I didn't have friends was my fault, because I was an awkward person. I didn't know how to communicate with people. And when people, I used to do this like thing where I was just like not, I would just be super like uninterested in people. And I would like show that I wasn't uninterested. I don't know why I did it. But like people, got that vibe from me and just didn't want to talk to me, because I wasn't like a person that, clearly I don't want to talk to them, so why would they want to talk to me? Right? So now I've realized that, and I'm making a change, and I'm actually like, putting myself out there. I'm smiling. Smiling is like one of the biggest things. Just like smiling tells the other person that you actually want to talk to them. Before, I would not smile at all. When people would say like smiling, smile, like all that. That looks so stupid. People would always say like, smile and you'll be happier or something. And I was like, that's bullshit. But I think there is science where like smiling actually does make you happier. Like it releases some chemical or something that makes you happy. Which makes sense, because like smiling isn't like a social construct or something. We just naturally smiled when we are happy, right? That's something that humans just did. So they must be linked, right? Right? We didn't make smile, like the same thing. We didn't make laughing. We didn't invent that. We just laughed, and then we associated that with something funny or something, good. So smiling does make you happier. And the thing is, like I've gotten to a point where I can kind of just like be happy if I want to. Like like when people say like happiness is a choice, it really is. Like I was walking back from the gym today, and a couple of days ago I saw a video by this guy named Denmo, and he was basically saying that when you go on a dopamine detox and you go outside and you just look at the sky and you look at the trees, you'll get like stimulated just looking at the trees and just like being outside, look at the grass and stuff. And I thought that was really interesting. So when I was walking back from the gym, I just started looking at the trees, the grass, the sky, and I was like this is like this stuff is nice, like nature. I'm grateful for having like being able to go outside and stuff, and like be in like a nice place with like grass, and not, and like, I mean, there's pollution, but like it's not as bad as like a lot of other countries, because like the US is a first world country and stuff. But just looking at that, I was like yeah, I'm happy. I was like, I just told myself I'm happy, and I forced myself to smile a little bit, and I just instantly felt happier. So it's like I literally just turned on a happiness switch in my head. And same thing is like with getting angry or like getting frustrated or stressed. You can kind of just choose to be stressed, like, or like choose to not do those things. Choose to not be angry. They say that anger is the punishment you give yourself for the wrongdoing of someone else. So if someone does something that like, if someone does something stupid that makes you angry, they're not like, they did something stupid and that's it. They did something stupid, that's the end of the story. But you're still mad about it. So that's really just harming you, right? So why are you doing that to yourself? Another thing, I heard Andrew Tate say this. He said, I do not hold any thoughts in my mind that do not serve me. And I really like that, because, I mean, why would you have thoughts that don't serve you, right? Why not just think thoughts that serve you, that would like improve your life in so many ways? But yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta look inside yourself, deep inside, and ask, what am I doing that is harming myself? And what am I not doing that could lead to my success, that could lead to my growth? Sitting inside all day playing video games, watching YouTube videos, watching porn, smoking weed, taking other drugs, all those bad habits, and then you're just wondering why you're depressed, why does your life suck, why are you broke, or like whatever, whatever circumstance you have. If you're doing all those things, you gotta there's something, you're doing something wrong, basically. And in pretty much everyone's case, you're doing something wrong. I know I'm doing a lot of things wrong, but every day I'm working to correct those wrongs, right those wrong. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of your mind, a lot of your life is a lot more control than you would think. But you only get that control when you believe that you have that control. When you believe that you can grow, when you believe you can make a change in your life, is only when you can actually make a change in your life. If you believe that, all this self-improvement stuff is just a waste, and, like, yeah, good habits, meditation is just like sitting there, it's boring and stuff. What is that going to do? If you think like that, you won't progress. So why not think thoughts that serve you and actually try to do these things, actually try to make a change in your life that'll lead you in a positive direction.